Bonjour, you're watching Women's Wrestling Weekly. My name is TK Trinidad, aka the Canadian Assassin, and he is back
Yeah. You know what I mean?
from saving lives all over America and the world. We have
Man,
America's Chocolate Sweetheart,
girl.
aka the Canadian Assassin, aka Evan T. Mack.
Yo, what's going on, girl, man? In New York, man, it's a very interesting place. You got people in New York, so I ain't gonna talk too bad about New York, man.
Yeah.
But damn, man, New York it's the hustle and bustle, man.
We're gonna get into all your
Girl,
escapades in New York
I
in
never
the
thought I'd be so
following
excited to
episodes.
see an avocado like spread in my life. In Cali, I was like, avocados!
Cali's definitely a different place for sure. However, we have a
Yeah.
special show as we always do. She is a professional dog whisperer, the queen of combat, and a professional wrestler, of course. Please welcome Savannah Evans. How are you doing?
Hey guys.
Hey. So, man. So first, shout out to Black Wrestling Alliance. I had to think of the name
I
first.
love them.
Shout out to them because they be putting me onto different wrestlers all the time, and that's
Yes.
how we, found you and asked you to be on the show. So thank you so much for being on the show. So kind of let's get into it. How did you get into wrestling? You've been wrestling since 2014. So how did it all start?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on the show, and definitely thanks for Black Wrestling Alliance. Like you said, they put you on to different people that maybe
They
you
do.
normally wouldn't, get to see. But as far as me getting started in wrestling, I started training, like you said, in 2014 at the High Spots Wrestling School here in Charlotte with George South and Gabe Conley.
Nice. So what kind of intrigued you to start wrestling? Because it's one of those things where it's not like I want to say almost like a normal gateway. It's like you have sports, you want to do soccer, you do throughout school, then you go to university, etc. Wrestling's a little bit different. So what made you want to start that?
Right. Well, when I was younger, I loved watching wrestling, like most wrestling fans. But I didn't ever think like, oh, I could actually do that. But you're like, no, I want to do that. So at the time, well, not at the time, I grew up in Colorado for a bit. So there was not really any schools out there. I didn't know of any independent companies that were in Colorado. But in 2004, I moved to Charlotte, which, my family is from. So we moved back home. And then I realized, oh, there are schools you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check that out. So my parents were real adamant about me finishing college first. And I did that. Took forever. But I finally got there. And then I enrolled in High Spots Training School. And that's basically how I found them. I had knew a couple guys from the local scene. And they were like, well, you're at all the shows anyway. Just come check out training. So.
What? So what? How was training? What was that like? How long was it? Was it hard? What was the hardest part? Take me through your training to become a wrestler.
I think the thing about training to become a wrestler is you can't really prepare for it. You just you step in there and you take your bumps, and I think you almost know from that first day if you're gonna like it or if you're not, if you're gonna stick with it. But the first day, I remember learning how to bump and taking bumps and just being in the car the next day and having to put my seatbelt on, but turning my whole body because my neck hurt so much, just to put my seatbelt on. So
Damn.
it was definitely it opens your eyes, to just the beginning of what this can be or what it takes basically.
So now you've been doing this for since 2014, and this is a weird tie-in, but I just saw Beyonce's thing on Netflix. But you see how hard she's working. What does it take for somebody who's starting out in the indie scene to kind of get to a certain place? It might not be WWE, it might be traveling the world, it might be just be constantly booked. What does it take for a wrestler to kind of to get to that point?
It takes everything, honestly. Every aspect of your day goes towards, wrestling, or how does it get you further, or how does this improve me? Whether it's, the way you're eating or what you're watching, what you're spending your time with, on social media. Are you promoting yourself or what you're currently doing? You're at the gym exercising. What are you spending your money on a regular basis? It kind of all loops in to wrestling, and it has almost in a way it has to all tie into wrestling. And some people don't understand that, family members sometimes don't get that, but what your struggle is, what you need to do to kind of get where you're going.
And what's your ultimate goal?
Well, current year, I can say ultimate goal, definitely to be a part of WWE. My goal this year is to be a part of the Mae Young Classic that they just announced last week. That's my number one goal this year. Obviously, I'd love to, go overseas and work in Mexico, work in Japan, but that's what I'm looking at right now. Hopefully they give me, I guess, that call soon, but that's my goal for right now.
Anybody you're watching at the moment? Any wrestler you're intrigued by? Any female wrestlers you're digging right now?
I always love supporting my girls, to be honest. Ariel Monroe, Kiera Hogan, like girls like that. I like keeping up with them and seeing like their progression and things that they're doing now currently is just great. Like me and Ariel started at the same place, and and same with Tessa Blanchard. Like seeing them do their thing, just not letting anything hold them back. It makes me so happy. It honestly does.
Now, you said Mae Young was announced last week, and obviously you knew that it was coming around for the third year. What did you do? Did you do anything different as far as preparation to kind of put yourself in a better position to get that call back, or what was there? Was there any process with that?
Honestly, recently I've just been doing more of what I've been doing, like trying to stand out and be different as far as like, my look or, the way I work, that kind of thing. I was able to do 4 different extra talent spots with WE last year. So,
Wow.
Hopefully that, has eyes on me, and I was able to do 2 tryout matches with them. So I'm just hoping like, it keeps building. And I hope it, the notice definitely to get noticed is what I want.
Nice. And what do you think makes you stand out from everybody, or what are you trying to make you stand out?
I try not to be what you see all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I think I just talked about this the other day. It's like some people, they look at women in wrestling and it looks like the same girl, but with different color hair. Like
Right.
everyone kind of, and to a certain point, some people it all looks the same. Like I would like to say, just like I like recently I've been wearing my hair in braids, and that's different. Most girls want like the long, like flowing hair.
Right.
It looks good in the ring, it moves a lot, but I think the braids just make a statement from the way I do my makeup. Just the way I move. Like I want to stand out and look different.
Do you like comparisons? Do you mind comparisons? If anyone would compare you to somebody else, do you want to be an individual? Does that bother you at all, or is it just it is what it is?
No, I don't think comparisons bother me. I don't think I've had one that has bothered me, but you just have to understand you are your own person. Like everyone can compare as much as they want, but you're your own person.
And then you did mention you went to WrestleCon this year.
Yeah, so the company I work for, High Spots, we actually supply everything wrestling related, like wrestling rings, turnbuckles, anything that gear related, DVDs, T-shirts. So we actually run WrestleCon.
Nice.
And
Wow.
so we were up there. I believe most people came up Wednesday. We set up Thursday, and then we had the Super Show Thursday night. We ran the convention Friday and Saturday, and tore down Saturday night. So this year was a little more, I guess, on our end, is a little more clean than in the past. Like everything was in one location as far as the live events and the convention itself. In past years, they've been in separate locations, which can kind of spread the staff a little bit thin, like having to run, down the street to be in one place, but then come back and traffic and time. But I really think this year having everything in one place helped out and helped things run smoothly. The biggest obstacle was traffic in New York, like trying to get from one place to the other, and people that weren't like fans that weren't used to that, in New York, and why should I stay at this hotel? I can stay at this other hotel. It's just down the street. But that's still going to take you 30 minutes to get over here from your hotel. And if you're Ubering, that's like $50. So I think it just threw a lot of people off, that weren't used to that.
Now, as far as wrestling, do you have like a dream match that you're thinking about and you're hoping to get to?
Oh man, I would say dream matches haven't changed too much. I think since I started, Thunder Rosa is one that I've always wanted to work.
Oh, nice. She's awesome.
With her. Yes, La Rosa Negra too. And then she's doing like a few select dates now, but Melina. I love Melina from when I was younger. Like I just remember loving like what she was doing, and So like working her would be great too.
Now, as far as ultimate goals, you said WWE. Do you want to? Is that kind of where you want to leave off, or do you want to almost take it from? I mean, I'm sure you enjoy your job now, but take it to where you're full time wrestler and you don't have to worry about the working part of it.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of wants to get to that point where they can live off of wrestling,
Yep.
and it's kind of hard to do unless you do have a contract with somebody. But WWE would be the top goal for sure.
What's a dog whisperer?
To me, it's someone who like feels and understands, what a dog's trying to tell you. Like they can't talk to you, but you can still read their body language and the way they're trying to express themselves to you. I just love dogs. I'm a dog lover. I used to work at 2 different dog daycares for several years, so I just love them.
That sounds like a YouTube show right there.
It
Is
does.
that coming out or what?
Dogs and wrestling.
Maybe I should think about that.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
The only thing I can think of is what's his name, Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar
I don't know,
but
Black Dog
he
whisperer.
don't got the wrestling thing going on
I'm just
either.
saying, just
Right.
just putting it out there.
What's your favorite dog?
Actually, like I support adopting dogs from shelters. So, and a lot of those are mixed breeds. So, I like large breed, mixed dogs.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so we are going to do something called rapid hot tags, where I'm going to shoot off a couple of questions, and you're going to say whatever comes to the top of your mind. So, ready?
Okay. Yes. Could get interesting, I guess.
That's why it's fun. Always early or always late?
Oh, always late.
Last person you text?
Oh man. Last person I texted. No, so this is funny. Sorry if this is like a tangent, but so at work, my boss is always getting on me for being on my phone. Like, what are you doing? Are you doing work? I'm like, oh no, I just have to text this person real quick, or oh, I'm just updating this, that, the other. But I actually cannot think of the last person I texted today, which is it's off because usually I am texting at work.
Hopefully he doesn't see this. What is the one thing you love about yourself?
The one thing I love about myself, I kind of feel like I feed off of the energy of other people. Like if I'm in a situation and the other person or the other people in the room are very low key, I tend to just be low key too. If they're high energy, I'm high energy too. So maybe my flexibility to, I don't know.
Yeah, flexibility to
fit the mood, just kind of go with the flow.
Nice.
With the flow.
Dream dinner guest.
Oh, Dream dinner guest. Alive?
Alive or dead?
Or
either one.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just added a whole nother list.
yeah. I don't know if I just made that easier or harder on myself. If we're saying wrestling, I would say The Rock.
Oh, yeah. That's the first person I thought of.
Yeah,
I don't know why you took you so long to get there.
Different projects going on. He's always positive and motivational. Like it'd be cool to talk to him about.
And then I think it's Times, he was voted the most something of the year or something today.
Makes sense.
I forgot what it is, but I really liked it. I retweeted it. Who would play you in a movie?
Sanaa Lathan.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Oh, there she
Yeah,
goes.
I could see that. The nose. Yes, I am seeing that. Last show you binge watched.
Okay, so I've been trying to get, and I know I'm like 8 years behind. I've been trying to get behind The Office. And
I love
everyone
The
told me
Office.
season 1 was rough, and it is so rough.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can eventually get to a point where I like it. If not, I'm just gonna have to call it quits.
It's one of those shows, if you are not a fan of dry humor, it's very dry. Like,
It's good though.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of dry humor, then it's not gonna it will never get better for you. But if you don't mind
Right.
dry humor, where it's like, oh, these people are definitely
So
good. then you'll get over it. But it's a good it's a
Yeah,
really good
they
show.
just told me like season 1 is just the roughest as far as the dry humor, and I'm kind of like maybe 50-50 on when I enjoy that type of humor.
yeah.
But it almost reminds me of like I guess like a reality show when they're pranking someone and the person
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know they're being pranked and it gets awkward.
Yep.
Sometimes I feel that when I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, when are they gonna get to the just kidding, or
Yeah,
like, I
no.
don't know.
And it's all dry through all the
But
seasons. So whoever told you
yeah.
it
Oh,
doesn't get any better. It's dry through all the
oh man, I
seasons.
might
Start to
just have
finish.
to give up on it. I don't know.
I feel like you could power through, but I'm trying to power through Friends still, so I'm way behind. So that's my one show that I'm trying to get back to. If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Oh, crayon color. Ooh. Maybe some type of dark green or new
Very
shade. I don't know.
specific.
That
I
hasn't
like
been
that.
named yet.
Okay. If you could listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that is tough. Don't do that.
You're so thoughtful, too.
I know.
Man.
Don't want to offend any other artist.
I know. You might as well just say
So,
Nipsey Hussle.
For real.
no, I actually really enjoy The Weeknd.
Okay.
It's dope.
I wouldn't say he's my favorite artist of all time, but I really enjoy The Weeknd. So maybe not the most recent one he put out, the one that only has 6 tracks on it, but
Yeah,
maybe
the
the
one
one
before.
before that had Starboy on
Yeah,
it.
that joint's fire.
Yeah, I feel like with The Weeknd, you have to, if you are going to listen to his album for the rest of your life, you have to be in a very, not super happy place, but in a very comfortable place. Like I went to his concert and I felt like you needed to be either high or slightly tipsy. Not drunk, just that
Right.
buzz. Like you need to be on that for the rest of your life to listen to his album on rotation. I'm just personal.
See, I want to get out and see, him in concert, but I haven't yet. And I've always wondered, like, what would that be like? I feel like I'd be too comfortable. Like, I don't know. It definitely wouldn't be a hype feeling.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting. Yeah, his concert was interesting. You have to be in a certain mind state, I guess. Yeah, you need to. I don't know. You need to be that type of person where you're very laid back, or you partake in alcohol and or marijuana. One of the two.
Gotcha.
One of the two. And if you're on death row, what would be your last meal?
Sushi.
Boom.
Boom, boom,
I
boom.
love sushi.
I could eat sushi all day. In fact, like a couple of guys from the office, we've already made plans to eat sushi tomorrow, and I've been thinking about it all day. All day. It's not till tomorrow.
I love sushi. All right, so where can people find you?
Okay, I am on Instagram at Savannah Evs. Also, Facebook Savannah Evs. So that's SAVANNAHEVS. And then Twitter, it's Savannah Evans, the letter N, the letter V, because someone else has Savannah Evans, and I gotta track that person down and see what's up, because I don't think they're using it.
Probably not. Yeah, because you were the first person
You
that popped
can't
up.
claim the names. You ain't gonna use the name.
Oh, they sell off the names. It's a big
Right.
thing now.
Man, give that up.
And
So my-
any matches coming up?
Yeah, so this Friday I will be at Face to Face Wrestling in Georgia.
Dope.
And Saturday I will be in Gastonia, North Carolina for PWX against Diamante. So
Nice.
that'll
And then
be a hot match for sure.
there's that one picture in your Instagram where you have like 5 belts.
I see
Yeah.
that.
Break down all those championships for me.
Okay, so unfortunately, I lost 1 belt last weekend, so I'm at 4 right now.
All right, I'm sorry.
But I
4.
did have 5 at the time that the photo was taken. So it's the and most of them are kind of like promotions on the East Coast. It's APW, their Carolinas Championship, which is a title that before me was previously held by all men. So
Nice.
that
Congratulations.
title is
Well-
defended. Yeah, every time I'm there, there's a title defense. So I like that. It's always fun. The crowd's always great. They say if intergender wrestling can get over in Chester, South Carolina, it can get over anywhere. So
Sounds
so
about right.
that's pretty cool. I like working for them. I also have the RWA Women's title, and they're a company in kind of the middle of North Carolina.
Okay.
I also have the AWA Women's Tag title. It's a company in Virginia, and let's see, that's 3. Oh, the OSCW
problems.
Women's title, which I just lost to leader Melissa last weekend. Every year they do a show at the beach, and so the ring is right there on the sand.
Oh, wow.
Beach. And then, Yeah, so people are at like this 2-story bar that kind of overlooks the ring. It's pretty fun. They do it every year, so I like doing that.
Oh, nice. Cheerleader Melissa is a friend of the show. She was on her show last season. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, so you had 5 belts, now you have 4.
Yeah.
Been wrestling since 2014. I mean, you're on your way up. 4 belts.
Thank you, thank
I know
you.
people
I
who've been
actually
wrestling for a
just
long time don't have
remembered
none.
I forgot one of the titles.
Up.
The other title is the Firestar Pro Wrestling Women's Championship. So I'm their first women's champion, and they're a company out of Greensboro. And I love working for them too. There's a lot of their students there that are so talented and so young. They have a couple 13-year-olds that just
Oh wow.
go. So when they get, of a higher age, like you'll definitely see them there.
Okay.
They're so talented.
Well, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it. We definitely look forward to everything that you're going to be doing. This is only and don't forget about us when you get to WWE. That's all I have to.
I can't
That's
forget you.
all I have to say. And then give everybody your social media one more time before you take off.
All right, my social media is Savannah Evans, the letter V, and that's on Twitter. Like, tweet me if you have pictures with me from shows. Like, let me know. Definitely interested in that. And then Instagram and Facebook, it's the same handle. It's Savannah Evs, SAVANNAHEVS. So hit me up there too. Always got lots of stuff going on.
All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Again, we look forward to seeing everything that's going to be coming with you, from your 4 belts to your 7 maybe in the next couple months, and your Mae Young debut. We're going to put it in the universe for you.
Yes, thank you guys.
No problem. All right, Evan T. Mack, where can everybody find you?
Evan T. Mack, Instagram and Twitter. She's nice. She's a nice lady.
Really nice.
Got 18 belts on her right now.
I'm telling you. Shout out again to Black Wrestling Alliance.
Yes.
If you're not following them on social media, definitely follow them. They have amazing content.
Really great.
One owner, he runs the whole site, and then also has a full-time job and a family.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know how he has time, but shout out to him. He's putting us on to a lot of female wrestlers.
Yeah, they open-minded a lot. I love when I'm on their page.
And if you have any people that you want us to interview, please let us know. You can follow us at WPW Weekly on Instagram, WPW Weekly on Twitter as well. Definitely, if you are watching us on AfterBuzz, the YouTube page, make sure you subscribe. Put all those comments down there. We really appreciate it. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, 5 stars or better, please. We really, really appreciate that. Other than that, we will see you guys next week. Ciao, y'all.
From executive producers Kevin Undergaro, Maria Menounos, Phil Svitek, producer